Well, in West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground.
I don't remember the scatting in that theme song.
What's I mean?
Skibidi-bidi-bidi-bidi. Well, Will Smith.
Hi, and welcome to Probably Comics. I'm Thomas.
I'm Tyler.
Hey, I'm Link.
And this is our weekly segment, What's in the Box?
What is in the box? What is in the box?
Which is...
Oh, no.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
What?
Clipped.
Should we do it again?
No.
No,
Yeah.
it's a keeper.
Yeah.
Dick. Yes.
This is where we discuss all the comic books we got this week. And so you can find out what we liked and didn't like and all that good stuff.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not listen to us talk about the comic books that we bought this week?
I mean, because you're going to listen to your dorky friends do it. And, I mean...
Why
We're
not
way
just
cooler
download
than
some
they are.
other dorky friends?
Why listen to
Yeah.
other comic book podcasts when you could be listening to three guys talking about?
Don't make
comic-
friends. Just download them.
Yeah,
And we will be your downloaded friends.
that's right.
I just
What do you
hope
mean?
you're really quiet because there's not going to be much interaction.
Yeah, you don't get to talk.
That's true. If you like to listen, you'll love podcasts.
You can imagine yourself as Jacob Falls. Oh.
Basically, yeah.
For those of you who have listened to a couple.
Oh no!
Oh, we love you, Jacob.
We do. Where is Cub Cub?
He's supposed to hit me up. He might come over if we're still doing it.
Cool.
All right, I'm probably gonna.
Oh, we're gonna be still doing.
I need to pops it up after this hardcore.
Oh, I could go for that.
You just ate Wenders.
I could do.
What, you gonna limit the man?
I
Don't
could eat
limit.
one.
You eat what you want, baby.
Listen.
Thanks, Lincoln.
All right.
Says the fat guy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey man, let's talk about some comic books. We've got a big stackety stack. Don't come back this week.
Oh, good. Defenders is first.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I only read half of it.
Okay, so I guess we're gonna start out with.
It got boring, and I was
Marvel
ready to
Comics.
podcast.
No kidding.
The Defenders #2. Yeah, it really was underwhelming. Last month was super strong.
Number
It was like,
one.
this was. Excuse me.
I mean, yeah, right. It was number one.
Yeah, it was Defenders #1.
Yeah.
Was very exciting.
Somehow her saying big ass sword is not as cool the second time.
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah.
like everything being
Yeah.
sinister.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Yeah.
But I do like Matt Fraction is funny because on like the bottom of
Oh,
the
yeah.
pages, those are hilarious. Like story interrupted, previous page.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I thought it was kind of boring, and so
Yeah.
I put it down.
It's a good. This is a good. I think number 3 will be good.
Hopefully.
Number 2 was like, let's explain where we are and why
Yeah,
we're here.
sure.
And so number 3, I think will be good when they're actually fighting the Breaker of Worlds. I think it'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, that was that.
But if 3 is not good, I have to take it off. I've got too many books.
You and me both. So says the U.S. Department of Education. Okay.
Shout out.
Swamp Thing #5.
Did you read it?
I just finished it.
oh man, it's so good.
Ooh, it's
Oh,
good.
man.
What happened at the end? Did the rot get into him somehow? Is that why his eyes are yellow?
No, I don't think so. I thought he was like juicing up.
Is he
Yeah.
swamping out?
Yeah, I thought he was juiced up. I thought he was ready to go.
But
Yeah, but he says he's like, no, I'm Batman. He goes, you know what I mean? Like he kisses her and then he turns around and says, no, period.
I don't know.
So something went wrong.
Yeah,
Something went wrong.
I think and the kid starts laughing. He
Oh
starts
yeah,
going,
yeah.
Mwahaha.
You idiots!
I'm going to die
you
from
freaking
chlorophyll.
idiots! I hate that kid.
Yeah, he sucks.
Which means he's a really great villain. I
Yeah.
just hate him.
Kid villains are the new hotness right now.
Apparently, right?
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Up next,
Uncanny X-Force 19.1.
I liked it.
19.1. Not knowing anything about these characters, I thought it was pretty.
Well,
It was fun.
Yeah, you
Tyler.
don't know anything about those characters. That's the thing. You're supposed to get to know them. It sets up a new ongoing series in March.
Well, I like that. Prophet.
Yeah,
is,
Prophet.
is William
William
Stryker,
Stryker,
who we've been
yeah.
dealing a lot with in Ultimate
Yeah.
X-Men. So that kind of, even though they're technically different people from different universes, that sort of
All right.
sweetens the pot for me.
It's I'm not totally sure that I'm gonna be reading Age of Apocalypse.
I
when
don't
it
know if
starts.
I'll get Age of Apocalypse, but I dug
I'm
this book.
gonna.
Like
Yeah,
the
well,
thing
of course
is,
you are.
like it wasn't. It was good. If I didn't already have like 25, 30 books on my pull
You're
list,
kidding. You ain't kidding, man.
I would. I mean, it would be a no-brainer. But it's just like, it just doesn't seem like it's gonna affect the main universe that much to me
Well,
for
it's
some
in a
reason.
completely different dimension.
I
isn't
know,
it?
but
Doesn't
like,
it take place?
but I mean, they crossed over before already, so I just don't know if it's going to be like I don't know. I'll maybe get number one,
Well,
but
you got to remember, it's also not the first time they've done an Age of Apocalypse comic.
Yeah.
And generally, there isn't like a crossover with Earth 616. It's about the Age of Apocalypse, and that's sort of the idea of the story.
well, and the thing you guys remember the big point one thing, this story in
Yeah,
the big point
point
one
one.
thing. And I guess that team was everybody after Jean did that, and they all lost their
Yeah.
powers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but that's lame as shit. Like, why would I want to read a book about
Where-
X-Men who
yeah,
don't
in
have
the
powers
first-
anymore?
Well,
Like,
the
whatever.
whole setup in point one was about it being about people, like about humans.
Yeah, but I don't care. I'm a human. Just like walk outside, look at all the humans.
I think Tyler's got a decent point. I read comic books for superpowered people.
Mhm.
Yeah,
if-
but Hawkeye's not super powered, and he's still awesome.
I don't read anything about him.
Hawkeye
You
is
will.
the exception,
That's
not
true.
the rule.
Yeah, but I only read about Hawkeye in team settings where there are people with powers,
Touche.
and he does have he powers. He's
And
just like a
again-
super marksman.
Avengers Solo, where it's just Hawkeye. Weak.
Mm-hmm.
Weak.
Mm-hmm.
Bad
It's
writing.
weak.
Okay.
Boom. Action Comics number 5. Number 5.
Still better than Superman.
I think
liked
so.
it a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought I had a good time. It was a fun ride.
I need to
I-
read it again.
I like that in this and in Supergirl, they're sort of giving you an idea of where Krypton was. Krypton.
Croutons.
Where croutons are. Delicious.
It's
I like
Superman's
Asiago
crunchy
croutons.
homeworld.
Dude. And we got to see Crypto in this
Yes.
one, which
Yes.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
awesome.
Who's kind of like a tiger dog?
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
he bit Zod. Is that who that was?
Probably. I really liked that idea that he was going to try and put him through the Phantom Zone.
Why would he do that though? That'd be like, well, the world's gonna end. I'm gonna get
Suicide?
into the.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get into the
Paper
jail
Shredder? Yeah.
where all the people are that want to kill me. I thought that was kind of silly.
That's like Batman going, Gotham's fucked up. I'm
It's
going
like
to
Batman
Arkham.
getting himself arrested and
Going to
into
Arkham.
Arkham City and having to have an adventure in there
Yeah,
on
I
the
don't know.
Xbox 360.
Except for not, and then just sending his planet to.
Yeah,
oh,
I liked the
sun,
Pawn
too.
Ma Kent stuff in this one too.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought that was
man.
really fun.
They were really good characters in the short page that they had. They were good characters.
Um,
And
The-
like you set up with the miscarriage and stuff.
Yeah.
Gave
I
us-
really like that they're playing Mon Pa Kent. I guess this is a few years ago, but not as old.
Mhm.
I
They're
fell
not
in love
elderly people. They're like a
Yeah.
young couple.
And it was interesting how they also explained that he just jumps. Because the gravity's not so much.
Yeah.
Instead of him being able to fly.
Yeah.
Well, the next issue is about him learning how to fly. I think he will probably be in the regular costume.
Well, future Superman came back to thwart.
Oh yeah,
something?
and the Legion,
Yeah,
and the Legion of Superheroes.
I think
That was
they're all-
Lightning
they're all
Lad,
crossing
Cosmo
over.
Wing, Saturn Girl. Yeah.
like the Legion books. I think I read that somewhere, but I don't care. I'm
Well,
not
I
reading
think
those.
that's the benefit of the New 52 is you've got this huge cross continuity.
What the benefit of the New 52 is if you have some characters that nobody cares about, you just throw a character that people care
Sure.
about into it, and then they'll buy it.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
no one's reading Green whatever. No,
Arrow?
Green Arrow. So let's put Green Lantern in it. Like
no one's reading Grifters, so they put
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow.
That's
on
silly.
it.
But then Green Arrow still sucks dick. So
yeah, and so does Grifter.
current
Don't
Green
read that.
Arrow, not original badass Green Arrow.
All right, I didn't read this.
Thomas, I think this is all you, brother man.
X Club number 2. It was funny. I liked it. Dr. Nemesis gets a starfish on his head that makes him sort of telepathic. I guess empathic is what he called it, where it's just everyone can hear his like inner monologue. So
Oh.
you get these like really polar opposite reactions from him every time he says something. He thinks like the exact opposite thing. So there's a lot of like goofiness with that. And there's a part where there are like some quantum fluctuations where he just starts like dissolving in the middle of the water, and he decides that because quantum theory all boils down to perception, and it does whatever the perceiver deems it, so he just decides he's going to open his eyes and everything's going to be totally normal, and then it is. And then he just like continues on, but it was really scary for a second.
It's
there.
basically a really long explanation of Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It was like, what if the cat opens its own box? Was sort of the question there.
So I don't get to talk about this one either.
My name's Link. Hi, it's me, Link. I got Villains for Hire 2 of 4. Yeah, it's not as good as the first one. The first one was exciting for me. I liked it a lot. And I actually went back and found Villains for Hire
0.1. 0.1.
0.1, which I liked a lot. But this, basically, Purple Man and Misty Knight both have...
Purple Man?
That's
you
his
just
name?
don't... I don't think you get how scary a villain he is.
See, that's the thing. Like, apparently, all these villains that I just don't. I don't get it. You don't get it. Like Mr. Sinister. Oh, you don't get it. He's fucking.
Apparently, as long as Tyler won't
He's
take
fucking Purple Man.
Tyler
Who
won't take
gives a
you
shit?
seriously unless you have a normal skin
No, it's a normal name.
Yeah.
Like if he
Purple-
was called anything except for Purple Man, I would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Purple Man isn't exactly the most intimidating name.
He doesn't need to
of a
intimidate with his
supervillain.
name.
Whatever, man.
Anyways,
Like, what does he do?
How is that,
Why
like,
is he scary?
he emits pheromones that mind control you.
Villains for Hire, it seems like to me, you have to already have the connection to the characters to enjoy it.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, because like I mean, I don't know who any of them are, and I just don't give a
I
shit.
don't know who a ton of them are either. I kind of like the concept. But basically, and what we find out in this is that he thinks that somebody else is controlling instead of Misty Knight, who is the Heroes for Hire person.
Misty Knight.
Yeah, instead of her controlling them, he thinks it's someone else, and it turns out that she might actually be a bad guy.
Is she like a Cezanne portrait or something? Misty Knight.
Saison? That's a style of beer.
There's a Cezanne artist.
Is that an artist?
Yeah. Right?
Sure.
Okay, Avengers X-Sanction 2 of 4. Not really. I mean,
Oh, we all read it. This
Yeah,
is
we
what
It happened.
I just completely
Hey, welcome.
zoned out.
Hey, guys,
I
I'm
thought it
doing a
was
podcast
cool.
over here.
I'm sorry.
I
Go ahead. Hold on.
I was just like sitting on the couch, like hanging, and we're doing a podcast, so that's my
yeah,
fault.
that's right. I thought that it was cool to see Cable use future Stark tech against
Oh,
present
yeah.
Stark. I thought that was neat.
Well, and then Stark's like, it's all based on original Stark tech, so fuck you.
And then he's like, "Nah, bro, because there's this future language in 1,000 years." I just don't that timeline doesn't make any sense to me. Why would Stark tech? I mean, who would continue that on?
Tony.
Is he immortal?
I'm sure if Nick Fury can live as long as he has, that Tony Stark could find a way to live that
Or
long.
has.
Tony
already
Stark is
found a
like
way.
basically dead at this point. He just got the arc reactor going.
Yeah.
I think that would be hard for him to live forever. Regardless, thousands of years in the future, and Tony Stark doesn't have any kind of like a line of people. That seems a little weird to me. I mean, I bought it when I was reading it, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that seems like a kind of a reach. But this is also a book where a technovirus has taken over a big guy from the future, so I guess that's not that bad.
Yeah,
and
he's doing
it
this to save a
officially
little
got
girl.
him in this one too, right? Like
Yeah.
it sucked him up.
Yeah, but then like
His
the preview
face
for
was
the
made of metal.
The preview of the next one is him not all
Not
gobbled
made of
up.
metal.
Yeah, so I don't know what.
He's not totally gobbled up. His face just got gobbled up.
Yeah, I mean it's good. I mean you have to read it, otherwise you're gonna miss something
Yeah.
because it's gonna have something to do with X versus A.
I feel that.
AVX.
I feel that fleshing out a lot more
Mhm.
as we go
Mhm.
along.
I did enjoy the time what do they call them? Time shifts. Time slide.
Back and forth.
Time
Yeah,
slide.
Time slide forward with Kid Hope, like Baby Hope.
Yeah.
I did enjoy those.
Yeah.
I thought those were cool. Just kind of as a little
Aside.
Parallel
Mhm.
story.
Yeah, and the art is still the art's still really good. He's still really creative with his paneling. I still am not a huge fan of the art. I understand why it's the way it is because it's a 90s character and it's drawn like the 90s, but the way that he parallels his panels is
Yeah.
very neat to me in this book. And then in the book before we had the one where we were looking through Cable's eyes and one of them was like all bright
Yeah.
yellow and it was neat. So I mean it's I'll finish it out. It's like Marvel knows you have to read it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean we can't recommend it or not. Either you want to be a part of the summer event or you don't.
Where-
And I do.
I do too, because this one's going to be really good. Fear itself. So.
So
All
what's
right.
next, Link?
Regenesis X-Men number 23. This is the Gischler X-Men.
Yeah, and did you read it, Link?
No, I did not.
It was better than the last one.
Yeah, it wraps the arc up, sort of, right?
Yeah.
Because there's an X in the bottom corner, meaning that's the end of the story. But they're going back to where were they? Simcaria.
Simcaria.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying.
I always read it Skymaria for some reason.
That sounds like a
Skyrim.
disease.
Skymaria. Anyway, but like, so they've staved off war between these two very difficult to pronounce countries.
Right. That are presumably in the Middle East.
Yeah, or
They end in Stan.
surely near Latveria, where everything happens.
Yes.
And so they finished that. They finished that up, and Jubilee's lost because she was riding on a Sentinel when they all
And
got
it crashed,
deactivated,
yeah.
and it crashed. So they've got to go back and find Vampire Jubilee. And but I mean, it's solid.
And then Uncanny X-Men's next arc is about the vampires again. So
I don't-
We'll be
is
having
it?
a pretty big vampire influx,
Okay.
Like
on Team
Resokoto
Cyclops.
and those.
like
Vampires?
Dracula.
Yeah.
And like those guys.
I'm gonna keep reading it. It's good.
They always find a way to slide those vampires in.
They always do. They love bringing Dracula into it.
All right. We all read Uncanny X-Men number 4.
If it weren't the Phalanx, I would have liked it.
Yeah, we've
Well, go ahead.
We
Link.
talked about it a little bit already. but
we've been talking about the fact that they're sort of clipping the balls off of really, really strong, scary villains from the past, and they did it in this book specifically. They did it with
the Phalanx.
Mr. Sinister on the last one, and then the Phalanx in this book. And not knowing anything about the Phalanx, I thought it was a really interesting story. But hearing that the Phalanx is supposed to be this 8-issue long,
Huge
terrifying, huge crossover.
Yeah,
thing,
it's
and he's just a sad. There's a lot of sad dad dancing.
yeah, it's super sad, Dad Nancy.
Well, what was good about it, and why it makes sense for it to be written is because, how did Sinister figure out how to do what he did, and it's because he studied the Phalanx. And like that's how he
that was a
understood
good
like how to
tie-in.
do the
Yeah.
like move his consciousness around to all the different centers, and that was really cool. And I actually really liked that aspect of it. I just didn't. I thought that it would be at least 2 books worth of a fight,
Yeah.
but then the Phalanx was just like, oh, I'm all alone. I guess I don't want to live anymore. And he
Which-
died.
Which is
I
what
did
Sinister
think,
did last time.
yeah,
I'm beaten.
yeah.
Shot
Well, I
dead.
think that the one thing that I did like about it was to say, like, all right, guys, we're never gonna try to bring the Phalanx back ever again.
Well, isn't there a Phalanx
it's
in
Well,
over.
there's Warlock. He's
Young
part of-
Avengers or
yeah,
Young X-Men?
New
What's it
Mutants.
called? New Mutants.
Warlock is, I guess, technically a member of the Phalanx.
He doesn't
but
look anything like that Phalanx.
And he
Right.
doesn't seem to have as many.
He's not
sad.
that strand.
And he's not sad. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, all right. But doesn't that mean that there's just like that strand, the one that fucked everybody over the last time, is gone? The other
Yes.
strands could potentially come over.
I
This
guess
is
so.
like the X-Men's Borg.
Yeah, basically.
X-Borg.
I mean, it was all right. It just like Kieran Gillen needs to step his game up like hardcore on this book.
Because you can be as strong as you want to on Journey into Mystery, and it's still Journey into Mystery.
Yeah,
It's
it's
still-
not Uncanny X-Men. It's not like a
Exactly.
huge title.
I still think he's pouting
Over over.
Losing Kitty
Schism.
Pride.
over losing just everybody. Like
Yeah.
he was the X-Men guy, like he took it over from Fraction, and he did a really good job, and it was really good, and even for like 13, 14 issues, and then he's just like he lost half his team, and so he's just like, I'm sad. Actually, it's more like, oh yeah, I'm so sad.
Let's see. I think we all read Batman Detective Comics number 5.
Did we all read that?
I read it, yeah.
Okay.
And I, for one, don't remember what happened because it was that unimportant to
It
me.
was
Well,
okay.
I'll
it
tell
was,
you what. Here's problem number 1. They're like, oh man, the Penguin, and then
He
his
showed-
only appearance is on the last page.
Yeah.
Second, a guy gets a ninja star to the eye, and it's like the dumbest looking panel ever. Like
It's
it's
pretty bad. It's
really
just
really
like,
bad. It's just like, and And it's like, dude, if someone ninja starred me in the eyeball, I would probably not go.
Well, the thing is,
I would
like,
probably weep like a baby.
I'm just kind of over every
Hurt.
comic having its own Occupy Wall Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Occupy Gotham.
Yeah, that's like a
anti-Batman.
thing. That's a thing that's
Batman
happening.
is the 1%.
And
Batman is the 1%.
Because I guess everybody's convinced that he ripped the Joker's face off.
Oh yeah, and they're all pissed.
And
off
so they're all
about
pissed
it?
off, so they dress up like the Joker. It is a very odd book.
I don't understand what's going on.
Why would
So-
anybody support the Joker ever?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, Detective, you're on notice.
Yeah, Detective.
Yeah, no kidding.
Batman is.
Especially after Batman being so very.
Well, that was
strong.
the thing. Like, Detective was my pick over Batman.
Yeah.
For like 3 issues because it was so dark and gritty, but
Well, yeah,
now
and
it just doesn't
Dollma-
make any
Dollma-
sense.
Dollmaker.
Dollmaker was really
Yeah.
scary. The Penguin's not scary. He's got a bunch of hot bitches and he runs a casino. That's not scary.
The iceberg.
It's like Ocean's 11.
Which it's like, shouldn't that be Mr.
We can
Freeze's
only-
casino
Yeah.
No. Mr. Freeze's casino would have to be. He has to live in sub-zero temperatures.
on an
Or else he'll
iceberg?
die. No, that's why he has a suit. It's cool.
Not for long. He can't be out for long. He has. To, that's
He's got
why.
the suit.
He doesn't. Yeah,
I know, but the suit does. The suit's got a finite amount of
Cold.
Yeah,
coldness.
liquid nitrogen or whatever it is. This is a silly thing to discuss.
Indeed. So let's move along to. I think Mr. Thomas took care of Fatale.
I'm a little
for us.
surprised. I'm the only one who picked this up.
Well,
It
yeah.
doesn't mean anything to me.
I spent
so.
too much money this week and
It's
next week.
what, $3, $4?
I think it's probably $4.
She shoots the Red Skull out of her gun. That's all I get out of the cover.
It's an Image title. It's a creator-owned piece by Ed Brubaker, who's probably best known right now for doing all of his Captain America stuff, as well as some
That
of his other
sounds like the-
creator-owned like Criminal and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Brubaker sounds like the name of a bagel shop. Go ahead.
it may be. It's his
bread,
first-
bread and beer.
Coffee or beer. Go ahead.
Bread and beer brew baker.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Thomas.
It's all right.
Thomas, what about Fatale? Right?
Talk.
It seems to be like a bunch of sort of fractured stories all circling around this one woman. All the male characters seem to have their own sort of view on what's going on, but it seems like trouble happens wherever she goes, and by trouble I mean like people in weird monk robes, or like what bodies of people with weird monk robes on and all of their heads missing, like in this big room with like blood circles and like sacred geometry drawn on the floor and shit.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's Brubaker's attempt at a horror book, and so far it's coming across as like a noir love story.
So is it supernatural at all?
It may be, I don't know.
Or is it a thriller book?
It is a horror book. It is mostly just like graphic and sort of disturbing and
Okay.
a little confusing until you figure out that it is these like separate fractured things, and sometimes you get her perspective, most of the time you don't.
Mm-hmm.
But I think a lot of it is trying to find out who this woman is and why is she connected to all these different stories and places.
Huh.
That seems to be sort of the thing. Who is this femme fatale?
Well, I'm definitely not convinced. I don't think I'm going to pick it up.
Hello.
I thought it
Mrs.
was really good.
Torrance.
If you like noir style anything, you'll like it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't read it. You won't like it.
Let's see.
Fuck you.
We've got Avengers Academy number 24. Weird.
Yes, it was very
Man,
weird.
I don't like this character, this hybrid.
I don't
character.
either.
I want him to
I
go
think
away.
he looks really stupid.
Yeah.
It was like he's
Well,
a
he's
wad
bright
of he's like a
pink.
wad of gum with
Yeah.
green eyes
Snot.
that make people float. It was all very
Well,
confusing.
no, I mean he's eating them. He's using their.
he's like draining their powers.
Yeah.
He's not eating them.
Yeah, he eats their powers.
Yeah.
Is that what he does?
It was awful.
And like if you're magic, you're tastier. Like
Yeah,
he,
magic's-
Tiger.
magic's
Tiger
great.
was very tasty
Because he's infused with
White
magic.
Tiger
Yeah,
White Tiger.
Same. Yeah.
because
She-
of the amulets.
But you know, we knew that future Reptile's brain and present Reptile's body would feel bad about it. He's he's starting to second guess his.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
I just like
But he's under control now, ain't he?
this was so off-putting to me that I
No,
don't
I think he's still future Reptile's brain.
Yeah, he is.
And
No, that's what I'm saying. But the hybrid got him.
The hybrid got everybody.
pretty much.
Yeah.
That was in the
so
room
what's
at the
gonna
time.
happen?
I mean,
Book gets canceled.
Ant-Man's gonna step on him.
No, book doesn't get canceled.
A giant man steps on him,
I think they just figure it. They
and he's
figure
like,
it
"Oh
out.
man, gum on my shoe."
It won't be Giant
Yeah,
Man because this book's not about Giant Man. This book's about
He's there. He's like
he's there, but it's not about him. It's about the kids.
I don't know.
Yeah, but which kid is left to fend off the thing?
I honestly don't know if I want to read
Vale's
this.
gonna show back up.
Yeah.
Money.
I honestly
Money.
don't know if I want to read this anymore. Like it's been
I
it's
love
been really off-putting the past like 2 or 3 issues.
Well,
Yeah,
All
X-23's
the
first appearance was a
new-
little underwhelming.
Yeah, and then all the gay stuff.
yeah.
That
Yeah, and then it
that
was
time.
gay.
Yeah, they were
Have
like-
a book of talking about how I'm
Did
gay.
you- did
I'm
you
not
know that-
gay. You're gay. I'm not gay. You're gay. You're right. I'm gay.
You're right. I mean, did you know it's okay to be gay? Did you guys know that?
No, it's not.
Okay. No, it totally is. Did
Is
you?
it? No, no, it's not.
Totally fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Avengers Annual. This was super good. The last year's Avengers Annual was sort of the prequel to this, where Wonder Man basically he's been telling them the whole time, guys, this doesn't work. Please stop doing the Avengers. You're the reason all this shit happens. M-Day, Civil War, all that.
Avengers versus
Yeah,
X-Men.
And at this point, he even points out that no one's really told the public about all this stuff. Nobody really knows about M-Day.
Yeah.
And so he's like,
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
I will blow the lid off of this if you guys don't stop. And so in the first one, he brings a sort of team of like B superheroes, but they're all really
Powerful.
really powerful, and they kick the crap out of the new Avengers. And so in this book, the real Avengers, Captain America, Iron Man, and this is odd because Thor is in this book.
he did.
Yeah, but they
I say he
they
did.
kick the shit out of Wonder Man in this. And
Do they at least call Thor Tanaris the entire time?
No, it's Thor. But yeah, it's like it was just a really cool action-packed book. I liked it a lot. It was one shot, done. You know, like we're moving on. But in Wonder Man, they stopped him and they said, you know, like listen to us, understand us.
It's not
No.
It's not
You
what it
can't
looks
do
like.
that.
And then he goes, okay, peace out, and he just disappears. So, but it was a whole lot of fun to read.
Okay.
I like Wonder Man. I thought about picking it up just because I like Wonder Man.
Let's
He's
see
a cocky asshole, but I love him.
The three of us got Animal Man.
Fuck yeah, we
number
did.
5. Whew.
God, it was good.
It was really good. It's just like this one was. Remember, I think it was maybe the first issue of Swamp Thing when we first saw those flies take over those people and turn their heads around and all
yeah.
that. How scary that was. This was so fucking disturbing. Like the imagery in this one with the third hunter and like being ripped in half by all those animals.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. And then the animals got all upset because they were now infected with the rot because the little girl didn't know what she's doing. It
Poor
was,
Maxine. I felt
I
so
know.
bad.
Yeah, she was just trying to do the right thing.
and she's really upset
Yeah.
too because she fucked up hard.
Well, I think that's something that is gonna be really interesting
she's
in the
4.
story. Is that he not only is he gonna have to be her protector, he's gonna have to be Animal Man, but he's got to be her daddy,
yeah.
and he's got to take care of her.
And he's
got
gonna have that smart
Yeah.
mouth cat
Yeah,
Socks.
fucking cat.
socks. I mean, it's
The cat talks?
Which
That's
is-
what
which is-
surprises you?
Yeah.
Socks is the name of a completely solid cat. Which
Yeah.
does not have socks on its feet. But
Okay.
I like I like his
true.
name being Socks.
That is true. This book just keeps getting better. Animal Man.
man,
I mean,
yeah.
there hadn't been a bad Animal Man yet. This is like, I
It and
can't-
Swamp Thing are going to be the only books on they may end up being the only books. If I have to cut everything from DC, those are the ones I wouldn't cut.
I think that's fair. I will be.
If for some reason
I'm
I
gonna
had
go the
to-
other way and say if I can only have 2, these would be the 2 because I can't see myself cutting Supergirl
I love
or
Supergirl.
Action Comics or Superboy.
You
and Teen
mean you
Titans.
said if you could cut 2,
if I could only have 2,
you would?
I would have these 2. Like these would be my 2 picks from the DC universe if I could only have 2.
Wow.
But if I there's no way I could decide what not if I was cutting it down, I wouldn't be able to cut like Supergirl. You know what I'm saying? But because it's really good and
God, it's so good. And the writer of Supergirl now follows me on Twitter.
Neat.
Thanks, Mike Johnson. Little shout out.
hey, what's his tweet handle?
Mike Comics with an X at the end.
Oh, that's clever. That's extreme.
There's pictures of a
At
little cartoony
Mike
looking
Comics.
Batman
Why?
Cool.
because
Okay.
it's goofy looking.
Because he's into that.
Yeah, Animal Man, awesome. I
So
don't know
good.
anybody. I don't know that. I think everyone's reading it. If you read comic books and you're not reading Animal Man, I'm so sorry.
So Stormwatchers.
Stormwatch.
Stormwatch.
Yeah, Stormwatch number 5. Stormwatch 1 through 4 are really good. Stormwatch number 5
Did it
takes a
change
very
writers?
odd turn. Not yet, but I think 6 is where they change writers. It takes a very odd turn into something that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but it's basically like these really obscure heroes that I've never heard of before.
Yeah.
But like one of them is like the god of cities, like he telepathically communicates with cities, personified cities. And that's his power. And then like Adam, the first man.
I wish everyone could see my face.
Yeah, it's silly. And Martian Manhunter's in there. That's why I got it, because it's Martian Manhunter. And but it took like this odd turn where the leader, who has been the leader for 4 issues, didn't do something exactly right. So the people that commissioned Stormwatch just basically killed him and were like, time for a new leader.
Whoa.
And then like they got a new leader, and the new leader's power is that she can control the media, which is actually pretty cool because she like controls bloggers and shit now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
Froggers.
I'm not once it changes writers, I'm not gonna read it anymore.
Okay, and last and certainly not least, I think this is my pick for the week. I
don't know if it's my pick, but I really liked it a
I
lot.
dug it a lot. This is
It was good.
Wolverine and the X-Men Alpha and Omega by Wood. What's Wood's
Brian
first name?
Wood.
Brian
Wood?
Wood. Yeah.
One
Brian
of 5?
Yes, indeed.
5?
5.
I thought it was only 4. That's okay. I liked it.
It's just after last week of Wolverine and the X-Men, kind of digging, like getting to learn to like Quentin Quire.
Mm-hmm.
Man, does he like throw mud in your eye on that one? 'Cause
Yeah, dude.
God,
It's really good. Like it's the plot is really neat. Like he's just trying to prove that he's the most powerful psychic ever by putting what is her name?
Armor.
Armor and Wolverine into this
Wolverine.
like fake world that he envisions for them to deal with
In Wolverine's mind.
and like makes them like pass out, and he hides them. I guess at the end of this, Wolverine is somewhat awake.
Wolverine's
Or
body
aware.
is going berserker.
Yeah, because he's like
Because
he's
it's
unconscious in his delusion. He's unconscious.
Right.
Yeah.
but is his body because of the healing
apparently
factor,
part
it's-
of this is going to be involving his body ravaging the campus,
Yeah.
from what I understand, in search of Quire.
because he's mindless. And
Well,
his body
basically,
just-
yeah. He's
Right.
on autopilot.
autopilot.
His body's just saying
Autopilot.
like, I want to find
This is
Quentin Quire
wrong.
and like
Yeah.
rip him apart.
It was really enjoyable. I think it's really clever. I think that especially all the stuff when like Rachel Gray was like, "Hey, get to class," and he's like, "Nah."
I'm in class.
I enjoyed that. That was fun. And he's like, "Why would I go to class? You suck as a psychic, and look at how awesome I am. I'm gonna give them
Yeah.
this entire world to deal with," which is kind of neat. I mean, it's basically like he's made them a danger room.
and they
Yeah.
don't have their, or they don't know they have their powers. Or
I
they
don't-
know
I
that
didn't- I
their
didn't-
powers-
that
Yeah,
wasn't-
it's like a dream. Like it
Yeah.
seems like they're starting from scratch, but they sort of know what's going on, but
Yeah.
not really.
That
And
wasn't
so
clear to
he
me.
He throws the claws out, and she goes, "What the hell did you just do?"
And
Yeah.
he's like, I don't
And then
know.
they
I
get
just
hit
kind
by
of
a truck, and neither of them gets hurt because she powers up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she uses
She's
her
armor.
armor. But I really like that it's them. I think
Yeah,
I
this
think
is a
very
new-
specifically I like because you get to know Joss Whedon came up with armor for Astonishing X-Men.
Mhm.
This is her first appearance, and after you get to know her in there over the course of those 4 arcs, I really like armor a lot. I think she's really great.
Yeah, I think Wolverine needs a new Kitty Pryde because ID was not doing it for me.
I agree.
She was kind of lame. Like her power had a lot of potential, but like she just didn't use it because she was like, "Oh, I killed those people." Boop, 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 boop.
I'm a witch. Yada yada. Well, thanks for listening to Probably Comics and our weekly segment, What's in the Box?
What is in the box, sir?
Understated, minimalist. I like it.
Yeah, that's good.
Tune in next week
Why not?
to see how much money Tyler spent.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, you have a problem.
If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Uncanny Tom. That's THOM.
And if you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I'm at DT Mills.
Hey, follow me on Twitter at LinkZ2.
And if you want to follow the show on Twitter, you can find us at Probably Comics, or you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/probablycomics.
or check us out at probablycomics.com.
This podcast is not officially brought to you by Kingdom Comics in Stevie Hills, Alabama.
Thanks, Dan.
And other guy, Albert.
Albert.
Jason.
And the redheaded guy.
What?
Roscoe.
Roscoe. Is that Roderick? Roscoe.
Okay.